Good morning, everybody. I'm reading Psalm 77, verses 7 to 9. Will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more? Has his mercy ceased forever? Has his promise failed forevermore? Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his tender mercies? These are the questions of a man who is in utter distress, pain, and anguish because of what he is passing through. In verses 1 to 6 of this psalm, he told us that he has been crying out to God in the day of his trouble. He has sought the Lord. He has stretched out his hand all night to God in prayer. He was unable to sleep. He even ran out of words. He says in verse 4, I am so troubled that I cannot speak. He remembers the days of old when Israel saw God's wonderful blessing. But that is such a contrast to the distress of his present experience. So in what appears to be desperation, he poses his 6 questions in verse 7 to 9 that we read. Has the Lord's mercy ceased forever? Has God forgotten to be gracious? And so on. Then in verse 10, his thoughts change. He wrote, and I said, this is my anguish, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. He chooses to meditate on the works of the Lord and his wonders of old. He says he will talk of all the Lord's deeds. He reminds himself that God redeemed his people through his mighty power by delivering them out of Egypt. He considers that God is almighty. Finally, in verse 20, he declares, you led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. That is his final statement in the psalm. He now remembers and acknowledges that the Lord is a good shepherd, his good shepherd. He remembers his anguish no more. He has come to peace. And he has answered his own distressing questions. The Lord's mercies have not ceased. His promises have not failed. He has not forgotten to be gracious. This psalmist's situation has not changed, but he has changed. He knows that though there may be pain on the route, the destination is certain, and God's promise, I will be with you, I will not leave you nor forsake you, is as true for him as it was for Joshua when the Lord spoke those words to Joshua. That's Joshua 1 verse 5. Amen. Have a great day.